Do I pretend to say exactly what someone said when I quote? Well, even if I got the words exactly right, that they did say those words, they said it in a certain context and situation. It was meant to be basically valid as he sees it in that situation. We are at best a very poor witness, you see. We get things wrong. We summarize. We go to what we think is the heart of the matter. If I praise, for instance, Jordan Peterson on saying some particular thing, I don't get it right. But what I do communicate is that I see that he's making a major point of value. Not that he's making it perfectly, or that I perfectly follow what he says. I'm simply drawing attention to the worthwhileness of what he's saying. And that's all that we can ever do in speech. We try to draw people's attention to more closely and in a particular way what they may not have considered before. Ideally, because we hope and think that this may bless them, be a benefit to them, and perhaps to others. We may do little more than that, but that is a great deal. For me, the fact that Jesus didn't get everything right is irrelevant. For if he had, I wouldn't see it as entirely right anyway, because of who I am. What's important to me is that his drift is very important, and I focus accordingly. As you know, I'm virtually obsessed with John 17. Whether Jesus existed as a historical person or not, it's not influencing me. To me, there's something in the content of that chapter, that prayer, that is incredibly valuable from my perspective. And I can only roughly, poorly, quite communicate what that is, but I draw attention to it rather than something else, say. You might say the palace didn't collapse in Alice in Wonderland, or because the rabbit was digging holes under it. How right you may be. I can't remember the story. But what I'm communicating is that the story is not to be despised because it's a children's story. If you're agnostically inclined, you can hear some very spiritual stuff in there. You may not get it right. The Gnostics were notorious at having 1,000 interpretations to any one text. But they did draw your attention to what the text might mean if you have ears to hear. What does it mean to you? That's what I meant to get. The particular understanding or validity of this particular text is probably not that important compared to realizing you need to have ears to hear, that a literalism will not do. It'll just give you 2,000 years of strife. Well, not only strife. Christian religion brought some very good things as well, of course. Do you see, we are not perfectionists. We live in a world of imperfection because we live in a world of scarcity and uncertainty and change. Everything about us is rough and ready because everything about us is being moulded, changed, altered, guided, nurtured towards an eternal beautification. I shall see you in heaven by the grace of God. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Hey, I like that. We're a building site. It looks chaotic. You can see sort of the resemblance of a house that could be coming there, but oh my goodness, it needs tidying up, but nobody's going to bother to tidy up. We're too busy building. We've got a contract to meet, a deadline to meet. Building is costing us money. Get out of my way. We've got a delivery coming. We are a building site. How lovely. Who's the builder? It's your dad. Oh, and you're building it with him. Oh, really? Yes. Carry this bit of wood over there, would you? Oh, yes, Dad, right. Thank you, Dad.